If you don't like...
From News 9, this is breaking news.
And that breaking news is this massive 3-alarm fire at some apartments that are under construction. This is the Canton Apartments under construction here at Northwest 63rd and Grand. And this fire that's got started about 2 hours ago is not showing any signs of slowing down. It is spreading. This shot courtesy of Jim Gardner and Bob Mills SkyNews9 overhead now. Jim, from your vantage point, what's going on there? Man, this is a big fire.
Well, that's right, Carl, and this is a big apartment complex also now. So let's get people oriented here. Let's pull back just a little bit. Now we're going to show you this is 63rd and Grand. So Grand is going to be at the bottom of your screen. 63rd is going to be to the left of your screen, running in front of those apartments right there. Western is going to be to the right-hand side of your screen. That's Chesapeake you see over there with the lights still on the tree. So that's the Chesapeake Complex Western. 63rd to the left of your screen, and then Grand is at the bottom. That apartment complex kind of sits right down in that triangle. Now, Carl, this rubberized roof, they heard everybody heard our last report for the fire chief there. This has a type of rubberized roof on it to kill sound and stuff like that, and that is the big problem. That stuff is tremendously hard to put out, and you can see the roof right now is collapsed in several areas. It's about a 5-story apartment complex. It is collapsed, but that stuff does not, the water just cannot get it out, and it is still burning. It is spread further to the east. It's really strange here, Carl. We kind of got a west wind blowing west to the east, but as the smoke gets over further towards Broadway Extension, it turns south and goes south. So again here, you can just see that I'm telling you, the firefighters have their hands full, Carl, trying to get this thing done. And these were almost completely finished. They were under construction. In fact, I believe this is the same apartment complex that my friend from Australia came in, and she either just bought one or she was looking to purchase one right here. And so these are very high-end apartments, and the firefighters got a long ways to go here, Carl. Jim Gardner live from Bob Mills SkyNews9. Back to you.
Okay, Jim, if we just keep you on here for a little while longer. These are the Canton Apartments. This is officially now a 5-alarm fire. The smoke looks like it's blowing east right now, and I know that there is the Ellison, a new hotel there that's on Western. And I'm just, from your vantage point, it looks like right now that hotel is safe, but the fire is burning that direction. So there's a good shot. You can see the pool there of the Ellison. I know that we're just trying to figure out how close this fire is to that hotel where there are people staying. And it looks like right now that, you know, the hotel is safe. And that's true, right, Jim?
Right, Carl. The hotel's going to be fine as long as, now, if you look at this apartment complex, you can see there's a large courtyard kind of in the center. We tried to get around there to look down in it, but the smoke is just too heavy. So you kind of see that opening there, and you can see a parking garage right there. And so, you know, as long as it don't spread around this roof, but I'm afraid, Carl, that it may just keep spreading around this roof and get over to that far east side, then I don't know exactly what debris would come off this roof or embers or anything like that. If it gets over on that east side next to Western, then we could have other problems here. And just as I've been talking here, Carl, you can see a little fire breaking out along that rubberized roof to the right of the screen. And I'm telling you, man, this is going to be really tough to get under control. You know, about the only thing they can do right now is just like contain it, Carl, and keep it from moving to any other business around this area. And the fire department's got a pretty good job. They got a pretty good perimeter. They're putting water on it all around. But, man, that rubberized roof, you can see it right there where it's kind of melted and then it's just collapsed.
Yeah.
But you can already see the smoke working over to the right of the screen. You see smoke starting to come out. There's some firefighters a minute ago that actually pulled that up right there, and they were trying to shoot water. They were trying to shoot water underneath that. Now you can see heavy black smoke, so that means there's fire already between that rubberized roof and what's below it. They're trying to shoot water under there and knock it down, but it's just almost impossible, Carl, with that type of material.
Man,
so again, I don't believe any of those were occupied at the time. Like I said, I've been out of town, so I don't know if anybody was living in any of those complexes. I know my friend, she was in the process of
unoccupied,
buying one,
Jim,
or going to purchase one. But again, this is just a battle, Carl, that the firefighters are going to be probably working for a long, long time here.
Okay, so if I'm looking at your shot right now and the flames to upper right of your shot there, is that the roof burning there, or is it burned through? It almost looks like it's kind of in the courtyard area. So I'm just wondering what is on fire there.
Well, it's a roof, but it has collapsed.
Yeah.
Right there. So there's probably the wood frame underneath it and the joists and everything that are burning right now. But that part, you can see sections all through there that have collapsed. There's a hole right there that it's collapsed and went down into. So again, Carl, it's there's not too much to say or too much help, that I can talk about here, how to help these guys out or what they can do, because they're just going to have to keep it contained and hopefully try to get this rubberized stuff. Maybe they can get some foam in here and see if that will work or not. But water just really doesn't have too much of an effect on it to knock that rubberized coating down.
Yeah, because
it looks like in several areas, like I said, this is 5 stories. I'm sure that 5th story in several areas along here has collapsed. And I believe that's a parking garage. I don't know how far that parking garage goes, Carl, over there that we showed you. I don't know how far that is and wraps around, but that's part of it right there. Again, it looks like from looking at it where those firefighters are trying to spray water under that rubberized stuff, it keeps working its way around. It could work around all the way around this roof here.
Yeah.
But the fight is going to still go on here probably for a long, long time, Carl.
Yeah, no, you're right about that, and it's been going on for at least 2 hours now. So
that's right. So that's been 2 hours, and we still got heavy flames, and there's still other areas that are flaring up. Like I said, they do have several ladder trucks that are spraying water on it. Hopefully they just get it contained in this where it is right now and keep it from moving. That'll be half the battle, and then hopefully they can maybe work some guys in on the east side and work them into the come up on the floors there and try to work in and try to bring it down. But right now it's just it's out of control, and it just continues to burn here. But the good thing is, and I don't know, like I said, I was in Dallas. I drove back today. I was in recurrency school. I just got back and got home, and then I came out here. So you guys on the ground probably know more about this than I do. If there was anybody injured in this, right now I have no reports of injuries, which is a good thing, Carl.
Yeah, no reports of injuries, and just to reiterate, this was an apartment complex that was getting close by appearance only to being done, but not done, and no one living there, and it was still very much under construction. And when you have fires like this, Jim, and we have a house on fire or something, the safe thing for firefighters, a lot of times is to let that thing burn out. And when it's a house, you lose the house. Well, letting this thing burn out, this is a massive apartment complex. And so this thing is going to burn for a long time.
Well, that's right, Carl. This is going to be probably an all-night thing here with this large of an apartment complex. Like I said, it was almost completed. I mean, it was still under construction, but I think it was pretty close to being completed. The loss, I don't know how much the loss is going to be down here, but it's going to be significant. It's because they were not, they were high-end apartments. They weren't, so the loss to whoever owns this, the builder or whatever, is going to be very significant here. But this could be an all-night thing here, Carl, for these firefighters to work and try to get this thing under control. We just don't know. We see the roof has collapsed, but we don't know if there's been any other floors collapse in the center of that thing, and if fire has moved down in the center to, say, the 4th floor, and it has collapsed that or anything below that. So we can't really see that, but you can see that roof all right through there has completely collapsed, and that's down on the 5th floor. So you can see flames in the 5th floor. So hopefully, man, they can get it under control. They're putting a lot of water on it. Like you said, this is a 5-alarm fire. Wow. They have several ladder trucks spraying water up there, but that rubberized material they use for the roof is just really stubborn, and try to get it. And you see how it crinkles up there, Carl.
Yeah, no, we're looking at now.
Rubberized stuff has melted and shrunk, and you can see it. So that's the problem right there. That's the difficulty of trying to contain this fire.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good shot too that you have, Jim. You can kind of see what that rubber is doing under the heat, melting, and then crinkling up, so to speak, like shrink wrap. But it's just amazing. So this thing's over is this over the parking garage too? That special rubberized roofing, or is the parking garage got the top floor that's open?
It don't look like it,
yeah.
But it's hard to say. There's so much smoke down there right now, Carl. We really can't get a good look at it. We do know that the firefighters are really working feverishly right there, almost in the center of your screen, trying to put water underneath that, and you can still see smoke coming out of it. But they are working hard to try to stop that expansion of that fire. Now you can see it where it's coming out of that hole to the right there. They have heavy smoke right there, so it's just crawling its way through there, Carl, and that's not good. That's it's just going to keep walking its way underneath that rubberized material and the roof below. So you got to take your hats off the firefighters. Right now they're just they're really fighting a difficult battle to contain this and try to save what they can save, Carl. That's the big thing. Is how much of this are they going to be able to save at the end here?
Yeah,
and just not keep this thing just collapsing floor after floor after floor. And because it is a big complex, that's for sure. And like I said, this sits right at 63rd, Northwest 63rd, and Grand, right in that triangle.
Yeah.
And Western's to the right of your screen there. Western's going to be up there by that's Chesapeake, and so it sits right in that triangle at 63rd and Grand. So, we just want to. All the roads are closed. We still got traffic on 63rd. Grand is shut down because I can see water lines going across Grand there, so that's shut down. Western is moving all right, and it looks like 63rd is moving all right. So the only road that is closed is Grand right now. As we look down at the bottom, you can see the lines right there run across Grand. So they are diverting traffic right there and turning them around. And we just asked people to I know there's a lot of lights down here. There's a lot of fire, and people might want to come by and look. But if you can, just stay clear there and let these guys do what they do best and try to get this under control.
Absolutely, Jim. They're doing amazing work. And right when you came on, they had the hoses down. That smoke was, basically covering the bucket they were in on their ladder truck there. So they are doing what they can.